really joking.
Bro,
Okay.
you look like fucking
this
Kurt
is
Cobain Harry Potter right now.
Elton John Dumbledore.
Look like Elaine Stanley fucking fucked Harry Potter.
You look like Ghislaine Maxwell fucked John Arbuckle. Bitch.
Anyway.
So I want to tell the audience a secret, and it's that usually before the podcast I'm not really that drunk, but this time, my guys,
You think this time is different?
I'm actually kind of wasted.
You think you're more drunk than normal right now?
Yeah.
Party episode.
Damn, because actually the last episode, I didn't really think I was that drunk. But the next day, my body told me that I was that drunk.
Oh, dude, you were
And
vomiting for hours.
I was vomiting for not hours, like 12 hours all day long. I'm almost 30 years old. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And here I am still drinking White Claw. However,
Hey!
I drank 3 glasses of water before this. I ate food this time.
That's right. Trent,
I'm
don't
being
fucking
conscious.
judge us.
Trent.
Okay, you fucking
Yeah,
cunt.
bitch, you can't even talk. You smoked meth right before we started.
Trent, thank you for letting me have a little bit of that meth. Because honestly, right now, I'm feeling the vibe. Alright, so I want to picture a world where Power Hour Podcast becomes more popular than we expect it to, right?
Okay.
And we're sitting across from Joe Rogan. Now, all 3 of us are sitting here. Joe's right here. Now, so what are you gonna bring up to Joe? What are you gonna bring up to Papa Joe Rogan?
Papa Joe. I never really watched Joe Rogan. Well, I guess back in the day when you used to watch Joe Rogan,
That was a while ago.
I kind of watched him through you. So I don't know. Did you watch Joe Rogan, Spencer?
Yeah, I've seen I've seen a bunch of them.
Yeah.
If I
What would you ask
but
him?
mostly if it's,
What would you bring up? What would be
Does
guest.
he interview you, or is it? So are you saying like?
I'd probably
what am
ask
I
him.
going to talk about?
I'd probably ask him about Fear Factor. Honestly, I'd be like, "Hey, what was
Oh, did he host
what
Fear
was
Factor?
going on
Yeah.
with Fear Factor?"
That would be
was-
interesting.
That was the OG.
Behind the scenes. I'd like some knowledge on
That's
that.
what
I love some Joe.
originally knew him.
I'd also want to. I would love to get into like a deep dive because Joe Rogan really seems to have like an issue with trans people, and I honestly I just want to.
You want to push that
Can
button?
can I deep dive into that? I'm like, why do you
What's your deal?
why do you give so much of a fuck? Is mostly what I want to know because like, not to say like that I don't really put much thought into it, but you bring it up constantly in your podcast. And I'm like, that's got to be some kind of deep-seated shit where you...
If I had to guess, I feel like he's probably super attracted to it, and he doesn't want to...
Oh, yeah.
He's angry about it.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely something like that.
Is he one of those people that came out? Remember, there was like a stream... Oh, that was Alex Jones.
That was Alex Jones.
Where that screenshot came out with...
Where he was looking at trans porn?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I would just love to know what it is because, like... Not like... I would love to be like, hey man, you being way more honest about yourself would probably make you so much better of a podcaster.
Like,
so like, why is it something that's constantly on your mind?
Like,
you know
did
what
he
I mean?
grow up religious, or
you know,
is it something? Yeah, I don't know.
What's your deal, man?
So
I would ask, when is he balding, or does he shave his head?
that's also a good question.
That's
It's
what I
definitely-
would-
That's obvious.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe what age? I don't know.
The thing I would really want to ask him about too is like now, he looks like a thumb.
He does look
He
like
looks
a
like
human
a
thumb.
Floops Flooey.
Yeah.
Is that?
Floop is a man, man. Help us, save us. Floop is a man. I want to talk to him and be like, if you could go, because like he's been pretty open about the fact that he uses human testosterone and shit like that. And I'm like, if you knew that you would turn into a human thumb.
Oh.
Do you get superpowers like Spy Kids?
I was making sure it was.
You scared me. I can't see anything without my glasses.
Oh. We're all leering.
Sorry, I didn't mean to fucking fuck up your.
No,
train
it's
of
all
thought.
good.
God
I
damn.
would love to. I would love to know. I'd love to know whether he thinks like because it's had a profound effect on him. The man looks like a thumb, and he didn't look like a thumb before. So, do you think like would you?
Did
still...
he like do bodybuilding
No,
or
he
something?
no he did human
a
growth
martial
hormone
art.
because he's a martial artist, and also like he's like as he
MMA?
got older.
Martial fart.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Taekwondo.
Is he an athlete?
Oh man, we could also talk about taekwondo. I'm like classically trained in taekwondo. We could definitely talk.
Classically trained.
Well, there's like two separate.
What belt did you go up to?
Brown belt, which is pretty. That's
Oh,
like
shit.
3 levels below a black belt.
Yeah.
My brother went to a black belt. My father did, but there's 2 different models of taekwondo. Which one is like one is like Olympic style is what they call it, and one is traditional style. And I'm trained in traditional style, which is kind of I think his back kick is way more traditional style, which he's famous for. So I'd love to talk to him about taekwondo. I know quite a bit about that.
I saw a video where he just like
Interesting.
destroys a guy with one kick.
Yeah, it
It
probably
was
is.
Really?
crazy.
I did not know that.
My dad's popular kick in like taekwondo matches and stuff was a turning back kick
Yeah.
that would just like ruin people. Yeah, it's no, you put your whole body into it.
Yeah,
You
it's
spin your whole
intense.
body around and you kick behind you. It's kind of like a donkey kick, but with a turn beforehand. Yeah, and that was my strongest kick as well, if I had to say. Oh.
Well, I got to a yellow belt in karate,
Yeah,
which
same.
is the step above what, like white belt?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that what it is?
I think
So
I got
that's
to
like
orange.
1 or 2
So
steps
fuck
up.
you.
So, yeah.
I did it for a while for it to be as low belt as I did because I did the whole time my dad did it, and he got into a 2nd degree black belt
Damn.
Damn.
in that time. Yeah, so
I just remember my karate teachers at the Sycamore Community Center.
Yeah, mine
Or-
was at the Genoa
or,
Community
like,
Center too.
They were like 2 white, like probably like 60, 70-year-old, like morbidly obese people.
Oh, yeah.
Who'd be like, all right, we're gonna just.
No, mine was definitely some dude who was like in his mid-30s who was absolutely like a neck bro, and he was a ginger, I remember. And he was like, "You will call me sensei." Like, it was kind of cringy looking back on it now. And I also remember,
Bow to your sensei.
yeah, and I also remember we had some sort of like test or something where he was like going around the room and asking us questions. And my question was, "What do you call me?" Or "What is my name?" No, it was, "What is my name?" And I said his real last name.
oh no,
I was like, "Your name is Chuck." And he was like, "No, it is Sensei."
oh no,
And I was like,
Wow, he's on an ego trip.
"Sorry, bro."
my
I was
Wow.
confused, I guess.
That's crazy.
So I did taekwondo and hapkido at the same time, and my hapkido teacher was this guy from Korea, and he was like 74 years old, but he could just straight up like throw people.
Like across,
like
a ring.
Yeah, like he would just fucking own people. He was sick as fuck. And my dad got pretty high level, and I remember his 1st degree black belt test was him fighting 3 men unrequited. I think it was for like 30 minutes. Like he fought 3
Your
men.
dad can kick some ass.
And it was, I remember like getting emotional seeing my dad just getting the fuck beat. I mean, you can't continuously win a fight, I guess, for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's points
without
when-
your body like just.
Yeah, there's points when you just kind of like gotta curl and take some hits, and I remember just him just getting wailed on by like 3 different people, just like, and then one time just picking up and like completely throwing this person like way further, and like, 'cause it's like you know, I mean, like to get to that level, you have to like show that you have mastery in like a true martial arts situation.
That's
yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I remember because like he hit the point where he couldn't do it anymore because his knees started going out because it was such an intense training routine, you know.
Kicking too many people in the face.
Yeah, dude.
Getting kicked in the face.
I got kicked.
And knees.
I got kicked in the eye, and that's why I have one fucked eye. I have an orbital bone fracture in my left eye, and that's why my left eye is all fucked up because I got kicked by a guy named Chuck. super hard in the side of the face.
Was it Brooks Sensei?
Maybe it was. Maybe.
Was he?
Chuck might have been a pseudonym. I don't remember exactly what his name was.
I'm not
but-
Chuck.
Right,
I'm
Sensei.
Sensei.
Yeah. Right.
I don't have quite as intense of a story, but my left big toe will be forever fucked up after the 1 week I spent on point
Yeah, her toes
during
are.
ballet.
Your toes are
Ballerina
fucked.
toes get fucked
1
up.
week.
Yeah.
And my toenail has never been the same.
Yeah, don't they lose their toenails, the point dancers and shit?
Yeah, they fall off and bleed and shit. Like I said, I only danced on point for about a week or 2. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'll just spend more time doing theater because this fucking kind of sucks.
That'd be fucking...
Yeah.
So
It's like the equivalent of that nasty cauliflower ear.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'd rather lose
Yeah,
my
my feet
toenails
have
than
never
have-
looked the same. Sorry,
Yeah.
TMI, but it's
I'd rather
gross.
lose my toenail than have that nasty ass ear.
You can.
That's true though. Honestly, I can. Yeah, we can wear shoes.
You can get it taken down. A lot of people.
The ears.
Oh yeah, you can get the fluid that's inside your ear from cauliflower ear reduced, but a lot of people choose not to because if they're continuously fighting, then you'd have to constantly getting it removed.
Yeah.
And so sometimes people just choose to have the cauliflower ear. Dude, those are the scariest people.
That shit looks crazy.
When I did
Yeah.
Hop Keto, which is a form of Taekwondo, but it's like the wrestling form of Taekwondo, the people that had cauliflower ears were the people that would just unrelentlessly beat the fuck out. Like, they would be
They
like...
just don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah,
The most intense
you'd be
people.
sitting there tapping, and they'd be like, "Yeah, motherfucker, tap." And I'm like, "Oh, are you coming? Like, did you come yet?" Like, yeah.
Ew.
Whoever named it cauliflower ear was a funny motherfucker.
Right? I mean, it's a visual.
Accurate.
Yeah.
It's a they were onto something.
Do you know what's crazy? You can get cauliflower ear from one really hard kick in the side of your head, too.
Just
Oh,
one.
Yeah, the effects, like, your ears will swell up pretty easily. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought it was from wearing those helmets.
no, it's from clothes grappling. So let's say, like, I'll explain this, Scully. Let's say if I, like, grab Scully and no, I'm just kidding. And
Escape.
if you put somebody's, like,
Got you.
Yeah, she's
Head.
like, don't do that
I
to
got
me.
you put somebody's head in between, like, both your arms and you squeeze hard enough, you'll give
Like
somebody
pressure.
cauliflower. It's just a pressure thing.
I'll choke you out,
Yeah.
Scully.
Oh, like that? Just squeeze their head.
And then lick them.
Did you wrestle at all, Sensor?
No, they made us wrestle for a day though.
I know, I
in
broke my
gym
wrist.
class.
They made you guys wrestle in gym class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they make you square dance?
Yes.
Line dance?
Yeah.
Why do they make everybody do that in gym
That
class?
doesn't make any sense at all, no.
Is
We
that
also
just a
danced to Soulja
Midwestern
Boy.
thing, or is that like an everywhere
We
thing?
also what? Oh, when we
They
danced
made us
Soulja
dance
Boy?
to Soulja
You,
Boy.
dude.
I think that was just a
It
product
was
of the
basically-
era.
It was basically line dancing to Soulja Boy.
Right. I don't know if we actually did Soulja Boy, but I remember we had a project where we had to make our own. Like, we had to...
Dance?
Yeah, make our own line dance.
Oh,
and
that
it was
sucks.
so bad. Like, could you imagine a middle schooler choreographing their own line dance?
Yeah,
my
it sounds like a nightmare.
We had to do a tumbling routine. I remember.
What?
Oh, I remember that
Which
too.
was
Like somersaults
hilarious.
and shit?
Yeah, and
And
so
like, what else, though? Like,
so they gave us all these options, and like it would be like you would have to get a certain amount of points with difficulty in
this
your
is like
routine.
a gymnastics routine.
And
What
so
the
we
fuck?
literally had to watch every kid walk up and just be like, somersault, log roll, and just do this goofy ass, like, super awkward. Here's a cartwheel. And, like, it was the funniest thing ever.
I remember doing that too.
I would kind of like to watch that now.
I'm pretty sure I just
like
did a few
drunk
log roll.
as a spectator, like right now. I
Yeah.
want to watch
It sounds
like
kind of
elementary
hilarious,
children
actually.
just like somersault,
I'm sure that's why they
awkwardly
did it too.
roll over.
It'd be a lot funnier.
Touch your
watching
toes.
it now.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was cringy
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, those gym classes, they had you doing something else. Those scooters that you fucking rolled over your fingers.
How much time do we have left? I want to bring up one more topic, but depending on time.
We got 3 minutes. About 3 minutes. A little short.
Okay, we'll
Little
go
short
right
thing.
until the end. I want to talk to you guys all about someone that I find very interesting, and this man, his name is Bones Justice, and I don't usually
Bones.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bones.
insert a whole. So this man is someone that used to live in the DeKalb area, right? And he would hang out at the hardcore venues that we performed at, and he was a very interesting person.
He's a townie.
Now, I'm going to give you... What's the
Was.
first time you remember seeing Bones Justice? What did he do the first time you met him?
First impressions.
I don't remember the first time, but I remember him talking with a French accent.
Yes.
And,
So he talked with a French accent when I first met him, too. I found him very interesting. And then someone in town told me about how that he used to be in a very popular hardcore band in Chicago. And we lived in the suburbs of Chicago. And I said, no way.
Like, okay, because to be fair, if you have, like, you just stumbled upon this man, he spoke with a French accent. He
didn't have
He
first,
is-
when
he
the first
looks
time I met
eccentric.
him. The first time I met him, he didn't have a French accent at all.
So, you know, you're
he's
just
just
like,
normal
oh, this is
dude
just some random
at-
dude.
And
And then apparently he was
and
part
then
of this
later on
hardcore
the French
band.
later on the French accent came, and I was like, "Nah, this man's interesting."
Yeah.
Truly a character.
So-
in a good way.
In the next segment, so I tracked... Now Bones moved out of the area that we lived in, and I was wondering where Bones was at, so I found him on Facebook. And he's trying to do his own little talk show. And I says, well, goddamn, I'm trying to do my own little talk show.
What do you know?
Bones.
And I said, well, Bones, you're all the way in New York City. Why don't you send me videos of what you're doing there? And in return, I will help you edit your podcast.
Nice.
So now...
And it has some New York correspondence.
So this will be the first episode of New York Correspondence with Bones. Now, we're not going to see this because it hasn't been sent to us yet. But I also...
I'm sure whatever it is,
It's great.
it's going to be great.
I'm excited to see what he's up to.
And also, now, from this point on, I will be editing The Bones Show.
Wow, you're producer.
I'm the
Ooh.
producer of The Bones Show.
The Bones Show.
And
Bones
Bones is now
Show.
either I'm going to clap right now and it's not going to be here because Bones hasn't sent it to me.
The Bones Show.
Yeah.
Bones Show now or eventually.
Show.
Yeah. So get excited. Get excited for The
That's
Bones
dope.
Show. The new producer of The Bones Show is here.
I'm gonna watch that
It
shit.
Yeah.
should be a doozy.
It will be a doozy.
A
So
doozy.
thank you. All right, that's good.
Cool.
Dude, that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
That shall be interesting.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
When's he gonna get us our first?
He says he's gonna shoot it this weekend because there's something going on downtown that he's going to. And I said, "Oh yeah, dude, Bones, yeah." And he's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "Dude, man on the street shit. Just you interview people,
Oh, yeah, that's brilliant.
and we'll just insert it."
That is.
That'll be brilliant.
Oh, that's a good shot of you.
Your boyfriend's waiting for you, Spencer. Your boyfriend's waiting for you, Spencer.
She's a girl. I'm not gay.
No, I mean, your boyfriend. You're the boyfriend.
Oh.
So, we live by the train tracks right now. This apartment that we live at is
I've
right.
always lived by the train tracks.
That's very true. You've always lived by the train tracks.
Anyway.
And we live in the train tracks in a spot where people decide to kill themselves.
Ooh,
That does
yeah.
happen.
And I mean this in the nicest way possible, all the time. We've had,
Like multiple weekends in a row. The
one
train
second. So,
be
what day is it today, right now?
Friday.
February 2nd.
Second?
There was another
Yeah.
one?
We've had 4
The third. In 4.
since the beginning of the year.
Damn. In a month.
Yeah.
So that's like one every weekend.
Yeah, pretty
Wow.
much.
Possibly.
So we've had 4. We've had 4 so far. And I mean, to be honest with you, for a little while it kind of bummed me out, but now it's literally just an inconvenience for me.
Oh my god.
You're like, God damn it! Why you gotta be stopped?
I like see
It's
this.
always when you see the train stopped, you're like, oh my god.
Oh, here we go again.
Okay.
It's the train stop, but you know when it is, when you 100%
There's
know.
a police
There's
car
like 4
at
police
one
cars.
spot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there's just
Here we go again.
definitely, and like it really did kind of bum me out for a little while, but now I'm just like, man, you're gonna make me drive a whole ass block another direction, opposite direction from my neighborhood, go under the train.
Luckily, at least we have some roundabouts. So yeah, that's pretty spooky. Do you want to know?
Wait 1 second. I do. What were you gonna say? Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you want to hear my throwback question to Sky? Do you remember Skylar's spooky corner?
Okay.
Do you want to hear that?
I have a Skylar.
Do that later.
I have a Skylar spooky corner that I can add afterwards because it's the last thing of this topic about the train people that kill themselves in front of my house all the time. But yeah, you go hit it.
Okay, now this one has nothing to do with trains.
That's fine.
So
It's a slight mark against you because I love me some trains. But yeah,
that's your problem.
I mean it is
Not mine.
When is it a joke? When I actually have autism. Yeah.
So imagine someone is breaking into your house.
Okay.
And you are in mid shit. Are you wiping?
No.
You are in mid shit. Diarrhea.
Okay.
Someone starts breaking into your house. Are
No,
you wiping?
why would you wipe? You crazy?
This is what I would do.
Fight instead of fight or flight, fight or wipe.
Fight or wipe? What are you doing, bro?
This is what I would do. Now I'm here. So let's say I'm shitting right now. The last minute.
And actually, okay, you're violently shitting. Actually, let's say this. We're violently shitting.
And then
I was gonna say
like Taco Bell.
broken door sound.
Exactly.
now.
What do you do?
Let's be honest. I'm a little bit more prepared because I constantly. I always have violently shitting. So this is what I would do. Now I hear them breaking in the front door. I know that I have probably about roughly 3 seconds, realistically, before I have to engage in battle. Right? I know that I'm gonna fight because my fat ass isn't running anywhere. But
are you gonna wipe?
No. This is what I do. I'm going to take the hand of toilet paper that I have, and I'm going to shove it up there, and I'm going to stand up and close the gates. Now, listen. What I'm saying to you is I'm resting the toilet paper right here.
You're plugging it
I'm resting the toilet paper right here. I'm effectively closing the gates, and I will be using... This is, and honestly, this is the best advice. If anyone really wants to get in a fight, if you have a little bit of body weight on the other person, start running towards them as fast as you fucking can because you can use your offset of body weight. If you knock a motherfucker on the ground and you can get on top of them, you can win most fights. And I mean that in the most honest way possible. Run towards them and tackle your fat ass on top of them. And just start hitting them as hard as you can. If you're a fat motherfucker.
It's a good strategy.
So what I'm saying to you is, you'll be standing there with me beating the fuck out of your face with a strip of toilet paper, holding the line between Dookie and my pants, and
I can't think of anything more terrifying, honestly.
Me smelling like actual shit, getting
with
the fuck
no pants on.
I was just
Your wiener's just hanging out.
I was just gonna say now. As a woman, I can't say this, but if I was you,
yeah,
I feel like not wiping and just running out, no pants, straight out of the bathroom, shitty ass, is gonna
berserker style.
Shitty ass and all is probably gonna be the best bet to get those people the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like,
just go ass first.
Yeah. This is.
But as a woman, for some reason, I don't think that would work.
Can I inject a little life secret to a bunch of people that are listening to this podcast? No one wants to be the first person to throw the first punch. But I swear to God, if you don't know if you can win a fight, throw the first punch. And make that punch go either in their throat or in the side of their head. You will end a fight so fucking fast, it will make your head spin. You hit a motherfucker hard enough in the neck, they will just pass out. They have no control over it.
The Power Hour podcast does not condone murder.
If they're breaking into your house, murder that motherfucker. If you got a strap, maybe pull the strap. Do that, but I'm saying if you don't got a gun, attack at the temple or the throat.
No
or the
on.
nose. If you can get a good close punch on their nose. People cry when they get punched in the nose. On some real shit.
Yeah, it's like a
natural.
I cried when I got pierced in the nose.
It's a naturally soft spot.
What's your spooky question?
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me hit that. Oh, how would you kill yourself? Have I asked this before?
Ooh.
That is a dark question.
I feel
But
like
I guess
that
it's
book?
spooky.
um,
Now, I'm sure it would depend on my state of mind at the time, but if we're just straight talking, like, I just want a way out, an easy way out.
yeah, sure.
I always wanted to do the carbon monoxide poisoning.
With the car?
But I read that Hondas are too carbon efficient.
Oh, no! You just gotta feel high and you're like, when am I gonna go?
It'd take like fucking 4 days to kill yourself.
That's hilarious. You're sitting there in your Prius and you're just like waiting. You're like, damn it, I ran out of gas.
Yeah,
Like,
god damn it.
I feel like I would probably OD on something. I'd take
Yeah,
a bunch of
pills.
pills. I'd take a bunch of pills, I think.
Because then you just go out in a cloud.
Yeah,
So-
and just want.
So if I'm going non-dramatic, I'd do pills. If I'm going dramatic, I would pop a bunch of muscle relaxers. I don't know how to swim also. And I would literally just like go out into the ocean because the ocean is so beautiful. I'd go on some like serene, beautiful morning and I'd pop as many like muscle relaxers. And then there's a point that I would not, and I just like, and either I'd be swept back into shore.
Then you start drowning, though.
Oh, you leave it up to the tide?
I'd leave it up to the tide.
It's up to
You'd
God.
still be drowning, though. That would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, drowning
'Cause
sounds
if you
like a
can't
terrible way to
swim,
die.
You're like it's gonna get in your lungs. That's
I don't know if drowning's painful or if...
I feel like it wouldn't be fun.
I feel like if I'm high enough on muscle relaxers, it doesn't really matter.
If you're that far gone, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
You know what I heard is a good way to die, actually? Is hypothermia.
Really?
Really?
I heard when you get hypothermia, you know you're gonna die. When you know you're gonna die, is because you start to feel warm all of a sudden at the end.
That sounds
So
kinda-
apparently at the end you go from like freezing, dying to like I'm feeling warmer.
Is that 1 second worth it
And they all
before
yeah,
dying?
So it's okay at the end.
I bet it would. Maybe, man, that would. The thing is, too, you could do that so easily here. Word to the wise to those people that are going to kill
like
themselves with a train in front of their
yeah,
house.
it's circling
Try
back.
Try hypothermia.
Try hypothermia.
A day like this, yeah.
Oh my God, you'd be out.
Easy.
You'd be out before the morning came, and if not, then maybe you have a new perspective in life if you didn't kill yourself.
I think it would take a little bit longer than just the night, but a couple
No.
days.
I bet
You
could
get frostbite for sure over the first night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might take a few days.
Like, you got to be up in Mount Everest or some shit, right?
Yeah.
No, you could do it out here. I bet you could do it here in the night. I bet you could do it.
If it was one of
If
those
you didn't
minus
have
like
any
40,
like
40
any
yeah.
clothes or anything like that.
Yeah.
yeah, if you were just like naked and it was like minus 30.
But mostly stop killing yourself in front of my house because it really makes my fucking day-to-day life kind of annoying.
Oh my god.
It is annoying!
Oh my god, all you mentally ill people are so annoying.
It is annoying, though.
Maybe, were any of them accidents?
No.
Drunken accidents?
No, they're never an accident. Oh, okay. So this is something I want to talk to the world about. And now this is... Okay. I heard someone say... Okay. That they had... In a YouTube video that they had... that McDonald's sold shrimp. And in my mind, I remember this. Right? That they sold like McShrimp bites is what they called them.
Sounds gross.
Okay.
Shrimp.
Mixed shrimp bites. And I was like, damn. Instantly, it clicked in my mind. Like, oh, I remember that. And then I saw in the comments that they were saying, oh, mixed shrimp bites didn't exist.
They didn't?
Right. And I was like, damn, I really thought that in my mind I remember mixed
I've
shrimp.
never heard of that. Have you?
No, I don't think that exists.
I've never heard of that.
Okay, well, at first I looked it up. I was like mixed shrimp bites, and I also remember McFish bites as well.
I don't remember that either.
Okay, and I
Little
was
fish nuggets. Ew.
right,
Is that real?
and I couldn't find anything, and then I found a mock-up drawing on Google Images. They're like, this is what I remember McFish bites being like, and this is what I remember McShrimp bites being. And I was like, I saw it, and I'm like, this is real. In my mind, it's not fake anymore. Okay? So apparently they test McShrimp bites in 3 locations.
Wait, oh my god. Can I guess one of them?
Okay.
Because you vaguely started telling me the story,
Sounds like Japan.
right? About McShrimp bites.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never heard of that. But I have heard of one city that tests out a bunch of food.
Okay.
It's like the first place that tests out new shit. Like they were the first city to test
Where?
the Doritos Locos Taco.
Oh my god.
What is it?
Where?
Columbus, Ohio.
No.
Really?
No. There's 3 parts, and then I looked up
Good
even
guess.
more, because I got obsessed with it. There's 3 spots that they tested the McShrimp bites specifically, and there's only 3 places.
Japan
Only
one.
3 locations of McDonald's?
3 locations, all of them in Illinois.
Oh.
Roosevelt Road in Lombard, Illinois. Roosevelt Road, Wheaton, Illinois. Naperville Road, Wheaton, Illinois. There's only 3 spots
In the whole U.S.?
in the whole United
Roosevelt Road. They're all.
Both of them in Rooseveltville, one in Lombard, one in Wheaton, and one in Wheaton. The other one was in Wheaton. There's only 3.
That is
So
crazy as shit.
So I must have had
You just
You
ate
must have
at
gone to
Naperville.
one of those.
one of those 3 spots, and it must have impacted my brain enough. And yeah, no.
Yeah, we gotta ask the world this. Have you ever had shrimp at McDonald's?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, shrimp
So
McBites?
no, and then I looked up more. There's more places that had the shrimp McBites, right?
Okay.
So DeKalb had shrimp McBites.
Okay.
So there was more, but there was only 3 places that had they had fish McBites. There's only 3 places that had the shrimp McBites,
Okay.
which is the thing that I remembered first.
McBite.
So if you remember either fish McBites or shrimp McBites, legitimately contact me, because there is a whole community of people, and it is literally only people in this general area that have gone on social media to be like, do you guys remember shrimp McBites?
You've gone
That's
on
crazy.
social media.
I fucking,
He went down a rabbit hole, he said.
yeah, I went multiple hours because I was like, there's no way that I remember this and it's not real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or you just heard
Could
it
be.
somewhere. But yeah, that's crazy. I
You ever
thought
heard-
for sure. Because, yeah, I had heard about, like I said, Columbus, Ohio. They test out, like, that's the
Sounds
place
like
that
where
they
they
test
test
out. Like,
shit.
it's their beta testing place
Yeah.
for fast food items.
It's the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, of people.
And then I looked up why they did it, and they were like, they wanted a test area with high areas of people that do Lent, I guess. Catholic.
people.
And
Illinois was what they
I guess
found.
I
There's
don't
a
know.
big Polish
Weird.
people. Are
Yeah.
they Catholic
Interesting.
typically?
I believe so.
I mean, I grew up Catholic, so
Yeah,
yeah.
there are a
So-
lot of Catholics around.
I never had shrimp McBites, but
Well,
I
obviously-
have had many a filet-o-fish.
Obviously,
So if
they
you've
didn't
ever
do
been
very
to
well.
Roosevelt Road, Lombard, Roosevelt Road, Wheaton, Illinois, or Naperville Road in Wheaton, and you had McShrimp bites, and you listen to this podcast, and I know this is a stretch, I'd love to talk to you about them because I know that I've had them too, and I know,
I know.
dude. So you might be saying, this is kind of light on topics for the rest of this because I spent 3 days looking up this shit. I was like, I know this shit is real.
Oh, I have things I can talk about.
McBite.
I don't know. Yeah, I was just saying, like, if it ever seems like it's kind of light on an episode, maybe I get
Shrimp
obsessed.
McBites.
I got obsessed with shrimp McBite.
Shrimp McBites.
I want to see your like research. I picture you with like a bulletin board of
like
a
Charlie
binder.
and It's Always Sunny.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was
exactly.
like,
a binder.
But
of
where
fucking-
are the shrimp? There was
Honestly,
It all points to
I
Illinois.
want some shrimp McBites. I'm sure they were delicious.
2012.
Were they delicious?
2012, 2013. Enough
Just
that.
Oh wait, I thought you were talking about like the 90s.
No.
It's like popcorn shrimp.
Right? Yeah.
No, it was like
I'm picturing like the 90s here.
they tested it multiple times throughout 2012 and 2013.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
remembers
How
this.
do I not remember this?
Nobody knows this except you.
We were like living by
in
McDonald's.
Naperville.
I know.
That was more like 2015. But still,
Yeah.
I was in college. That's prime McDonald's eating time.
Yeah. I don't know why.
No shrimp came to DeKalb.
Did you listen to the Lil Yachty album, Spencer? I'd love to get
Oh,
your...
not yet. No, but I heard like a little bit. Then I was like, oh, this kind of sounds like shit.
Okay, I completely disagree. It's actually really amazing. It's a mix of psychedelic rock and concurrent trap music, like a lot of auto-tune vocals. It's really good. If you like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard or shit like that, it's definitely in that.
I definitely got to give it more than a 60-second chance.
It's really good. It's legitimately good. I bet if you get done with it and you're like,
Jesus.
because it's like this very
Calm
interesting. It's like this really interesting like mix between like the things that people talk about in hip hop, but like with a backing of like psychedelic rock. It's really fun.
Yeah,
it's really
it's
fun.
like some guitar and shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of guitar.
I liked the AI artwork album cover.
Yeah. Oh, boom! Take a look at that.
Mm.
We're gonna hit another new. This is a reoccurring thing. This is new versus old logos.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Oh, I like this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at last
Where
week.
did we end
Last
up?
week we finished with Starbucks,
Okay.
and now we're looking at the old UPS logo.
Oops.
Oh yeah, with the
Oops.
tie, they got the bow tie in the old one, don't
okay.
they?
Okay.
Now the tie, like the package tie,
Yeah.
is pretty classy on the top of the old one. I
Of the
will
old
say
logo?
That is pretty classy. I mean, I like the colors and the gradient of the new one, but if they could have incorporated that package, I think I would have liked it a little more.
Yeah, the gradient's dope.
I honestly don't like in the old one. I don't like the fact that it's in black and white. It's kind of.
That's what I mean. I think if they combined both of them,
Their color scheme is kind of.
I like the new color scheme, the brown.
Oh yeah, actually it is kind of nice.
it's okay.
Looking.
I don't know. I just
It's
think
like
the package is
brown and-
cute.
My dad
It's
used to be
cute,
a
I-
UPS driver
No shit.
when I
Really?
was a kid.
Is that before your dad lost his toes, becoming a?
He lost his toes?
No, he already has a toe chopped off.
How'd
he
that
has
happen?
one toe half chopped off.
Oh, just one. Okay.
Yeah.
You made it seem like he lost
He
all
didn't
of them.
lose all his toes. He's got maybe two.
I was gonna say
One is like mostly
lose his
gone, and the
toes?
other one's half gone from a lawnmower.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
okay.
That-
Which I don't know how
that'll
that
do it.
works, but yeah, UPS is dope. There's a picture of us in the family photo album of me in the big brown truck.
Oh, sick. So this next one is going to be classic Pepsi logo versus new Pepsi logo. So the classic Pepsi logo is kind of like we got
Reminds me of like Britney Spears.
Old school.
old school. It is definitely, I think, something of the time. It is very like end of mid-century modern, like right before like 60s modernism, or maybe like kind of like 80s.
Yeah, it
You know what I
reminds
mean?
me a little bit even more 80s.
80s.
I like the older one.
Yeah, I hate this new one.
Really,
I hate the new font.
I don't like the font.
I don't
That's
like
what
the
it
font
is.
either.
That font
But
is terrible.
I kind of I don't
We
dis,
got,
I don't
we got
kind of.
time.
Oh, we'll be back.
I don't like their little orb.
We'll be back. 20 minutes counting down. 20 minutes, suck my dick. So I feel like I kind of like how the new Pepsi logo, like ball, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah,
looks.
the orb thing.
The orb. I kind of like that design a little bit more. I don't
The
know
orb
what
is cool, but yeah, like Spencer said, I don't really like the new font as much.
Yeah, no.
I like
that
the
font
older
is
font, and I think I like this one has a little bit more of that light blue in it.
I do kind of
You
like the
know?
light blue too. It's actually, that light blue that we're specifically talking about is kind of what I associate Pepsi being, I guess is the best way to put it. All right, well, old or new? Old or new?
I like old.
Spencer?
Old.
I'm going to go with new. I'll be the dissenting. Last one in
This
this
is interesting.
sector
Yeah.
is original Microsoft logo, which I have never once seen in
I've
my
never
life.
seen
never
that.
seen that
They must have
either.
got rid of that after the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very 80s.
Yeah, definitely.
Versus, I don't really...
Kind of basic. They're both pretty basic.
They are
Yeah.
both really basic.
They're both kind of basic. I mean, I like that the old one has a little color in it.
Yeah. Kinda.
But
Honestly...
it's just more the background. I'm sure that depending on whatever color scheme you were going for, it could be a different.
Honestly, the new one, the old one kind of looks like if I were to like envision what, like if they were to redesign the Banana Republic logo. You know what I mean?
You know,
Yeah.
I will say, even though
It doesn't look like a tech company, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
yeah, it to me it kind of looks like a ski company or like
Or like
an
Patagonia.
outdoor clothing like
Right.
North Face.
North Face, Patagonia. shit.
Even though the new Microsoft logo is very basic, has like a very basic font and shit, it still is very recognizable.
Yeah, it makes me think of old computer games.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Xbox or something.
So new versus old. You new or
I'm
old?
gonna go
New.
new.
New
Yeah.
Microsoft.
New
for sure.
Microsoft. I didn't have much to say about it, but it is just kind of like it is nice.
It's
All right.
interesting.
So I'm going to go on to this. So in the previous episode, we reviewed the old Google logo versus the medium Google logo, and
So there's an even newer one.
there's a newer one, and we're about to review it. This is Google.
Oh, they changed the
So
font.
it's just a new font.
Sans serif.
Yeah.
Sans serif there.
Do you like old Google?
It also it's sans serif, but it also this one has like some drop shadows in there.
Yeah, it's all
got
like,
some more dimension.
embossed.
This one's like flat.
Yeah.
This is honestly I'm editing the video that's going to go up. I even said that the old logo of Google in the one previous, and we'll insert a little snippet, that it looked old to me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it was old
I think
because this is the new Google logo.
right.
Yeah.
They kept the same colors, which I like.
It looks a little bit more modern and updated, I think.
Yeah, it looks good.
I like that they got rid of the looped G from the
Yeah,
original
it's
old
just
logo.
old fashioned.
That's like reminds me of something that like is like books almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks like an old book. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Book font.
This old logo reminds me of being on Microsoft Word and making word art. You know?
Oh, right.
But you're using Times New Roman, which is the default font.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Turn on the shadow.
Yeah, you just
Emboss. bevel
exactly. You
emboss.
just put on every single effect
Yeah.
and you put rainbow colors on there.
That's what it looks like they did.
Yeah.
Now this is a very nuanced. I love the new G in Google.
Yeah.
I like how rounded it is. I like how it doesn't have a lot of head space.
It seems like it's very, like it's round and then it like goes right in the middle. It's very
What's that?
what do you have to say about this?
Scully's like, fuck Google.
Right?
Fuck Google.
You have something against Google? Did they not list your website?
They're fucking listening to us right now. She
He
says.
says.
Stop it.
He says. Bill Gates was molesting children on
Right.
Epstein's
He was
Island.
on
He
Epstein's
was
plane.
on that flight log.
It's
New versus old.
symmetrical.
I
New.
Yeah.
New
Yes.
versus old.
Oh, I watched a thing about this Instagram,
Instagram
logo
one?
the
All right,
other day.
one second. Then we'll go to it really quick.
Yeah.
It took a motherfucker like 6 months to make this new logo. He was. They made every variation you could possibly imagine of that.
Really?
Of the new one?
Yeah.
It's because the old one is supposed to be made after like a Polaroid, right?
Yeah, it's
Polaroid
like
camera.
looks like a real camera.
The old one reminds me of the. You look at motherfuckers like photos on Instagram from that period, and they all have like this
all
that
of those
filter.
filters.
Yeah.
It's like the classic filters they have. Yeah, just looking at that reminds
Reminds
me
me
of
of it.
those.
Definitely
Yeah.
more photography based.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was more also less, and Instagram is even now its own new thing than it was when we were super using it.
Mhm.
But, you know, it's like kind of curated and, you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
everybody
definitely.
has their special feeds and all color aesthetics and shit. This is when you would just post whatever the fuck you wanted randomly.
Yeah, definitely.
This is what I ate for lunch and...
But they broke it down into just the simplest shapes. Just
Yeah.
a circle and a dot.
It's kind of... It's okay, but yeah, it's very just...
The documentary was funny
Minimalistic.
though. Like the guy was talking about how he had on his wall, like 1,000 versions of that. Like every version you could imagine of that circle, square, and like little dot.
What, with like
And-
different backgrounds
Yeah.
and
And the other
colors
guy,
and shit?
the other guy in the video was just like, I didn't understand what the big deal was. Just pick one.
It's just a fucking
Just
ass
fucking
image.
pick one of them, dude.
Where's my...
Sure, it makes some monies.
Where are my notes at?
I don't know. Scully's gonna help.
Scully,
I have a topic.
Yeah,
You
go
gotta
ahead.
get you a babysitter, Scully.
Do you remember the, do you ever watch VH1 when you were
Yeah.
growing
Oh
up?
Yeah.
Do you ever watch Flavor of Love?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
No, that was a trip.
Flavor.
Flavor. Oh, who is that? Okay. Now, there's... Oh, my God. Okay. Now, there's two people that I remember from Flavor of Love. One was this girl that I masturbated to who played, I think, in the WNBA, and I believe her name was Baskets? Or...
Baskets. So that was also the stupidest thing that he
Totally.
like gave them those nicknames.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Instead of like Alicia, it was like your name is fucking Pussycat or
Can someone
something
look up
stupid.
Hoops? I think that's her name.
What
Somebody
is
look-
it?
Hoops. Let me see if
Hoops.
that's...
No, I think it might have been Hoops, not Baskets.
Okay. There was Hoops, and then there was one lady who had... Okay, she had, like, blonde hair, and underneath it... Now, every white trash girl in my neighborhood got this haircut after Flavor of Love. It was, like, blonde on the top, and underneath it, it was, like, pink. Like, the under hair was pink. And every white trash girl in our neighborhood got that haircut after Flavor of Love.
It wasn't Pumpkin, was it?
No, I think her name was Hoops.
No, Hoops. Yes, that was. That's the one that you're talking about. The Baskets.
Is her name Hoops?
Yes, her name is Hoops.
Can I see a picture of her?
Well, oh, hang on, because then I was looking for the other girl. you were talking about.
I just want to make sure this is the person I was masturbating
You
to.
jerked it to...
Yeah, this person's definitely hot.
She won. I do remember that.
I think she had like
Hoops. Shaq? Hoops Shaq?
she dated Shaq. Shaq's penis. It all comes back. Let me see.
Oh my god. She is like a fucking dwarf next to
Oh
him.
my God.
You have to put this picture in here.
Yeah.
I've seen this picture. That's Shaq's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wait,
she
that's
was on
Hoops?
Flavor of Love. She won
That's
for
Hoops.
the first season of
She's
Flavor of Love.
super hot.
How is she in the WNBA? She's too short.
I think she was in WNBA.
She probably is normal height.
Okay, how does that work? Just tell me how that works right
like
there.
sex wise.
She
Like
sits,
sex-wise.
She sits on top.
Yeah,
Right
you
here.
have to.
And that's it.
That's it.
But damn.
I guess.
Half of her.
She could probably...
Right?
Yeah.
No, she probably has to lay down.
Yeah.
But fucking New York.
Oh my God! And then she got
And
her
then
own.
she got her own show.
I Love New York. She was crazy.
She was crazy.
Holy shit.
Do you remember that there was that episode where that one bitch, I don't remember what her name was, but she tried to cook a chicken in the microwave?
No. Oh yeah, I do.
Like a live chicken?
Holy
No.
Just like
Live ass
a
chicken in the
whole ass-
microwave.
She's trying to cook a whole ass...
No, it was like a raw chicken.
Like a whole ass chicken?
Yes,
though?
a whole ass chicken. Not live though.
This is fucked up.
Oh, then fucking Bret Michaels had his Rock of
Rock
Love.
of Love.
Oh my god.
I think that was the show that
That
had
was
the
the-
white trash hair on
The
it
same era.
that you're thinking of.
Is it Rock of Love?
Rock
It
of
might have
Love.
been.
Maybe it was Rock of Love.
That had the white trash hair.
I mean, we'll show a picture of her. Well, I'll look it up.
Well, yeah, we'll look more into it, but that one just reminded me of like my family members. You know, like my old, like 35-year-old aunt, like, oh, I love Bret Michaels.
Oh yeah, right.
Gross.
So I didn't know that like fucking DMT cartridges exist, right?
Oh my god, are you
Yeah.
serious?
Mm.
That sounds terrifying.
They're trying to make that too casual.
Right? I am like afraid to even do that because I think my world is gonna be rocked.
Could you imagine? You're like,
You're just gonna hit that real quick before you go into work or something.
Yeah.
no, I was about to say, could you imagine if you were like on your lunch break and you're like going out and you're like sitting by the like dumpster,
Right,
and-
like
and you're like,
take
I have,
my
like-
smoke break or something.
I have like, and you're like, I have like 7 minutes before I have to go in and start doing shit.
I'll blast off real quick.
No,
Oh
and then
my
you go
God.
out and you're taking your e-cig cartridge, like regular e-cig, and you take a big fat rip because you think it's like an e-cig, and all of a sudden you look down
and it's
and
DMT.
it's DMT, and you're just like, well, because that's literally the only
Just
thing.
gonna fucking blast off a whole nother world.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, that shit scares me when I read about, like, people's life-changing, like, seeing, like, otherworldly beings and shit like that. I'm like, oh my
They're
god.
trying to make that shit too casual.
Do you know what's
Right?
crazy?
That's wild.
As much as I'd like to shit on all those people that say that they have like a profound experience doing drugs, like any hallucinogen, I did quit smoking cigarettes from doing an LSD trip. So,
That's good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it can happen.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean? I like literally was like tripping, and I like was gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette, and I like literally put the cigarette in my hand, and I took one drag, and I looked at it, and I was like, why am I? And like I was like in my mind, I was like, why am I smoking these? You know what I mean? And I never really
This is gross.
thought about it. You know what I mean? And then I was just like, and I never did it again.
Becomes a habit that
You
your
know what I
body
mean?
does.
As I'm smoking, like
You're like, this is
I would never
gross.
smoke.
That
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's something way too casual.
That is wild.
Like-
means there's gonna be like 12-year-olds smoking DMT cartridges.
Just casually, all day long, just hallucinating on DMT.
Like, hold on.
Could
one
you
sec.
imagine?
1 sec, bro.
Oh my god. You never get anything done.
No, yeah.
You'd just be in a state of existential... What the fuck?
Talking to the fucking aliens.
You think that caused, like, some mental illness shit?
Yeah, honestly,
Or maybe do you think the people who have mental illness are going to be the ones who are really ramping their DMT cartridges up? Because
You
I
know-
probably could see that too.
You know what's funny? I took the guy, the first person who ever told me about these DMT cartridges was waiting in line to get into Spangle, like 4 years ago.
no shit.
Yeah,
four or
okay.
5 years
I could
ago.
see that.
And I remember this guy at one point in the conversation going, "Man, DMT gets old after a while." And I was
Oh my
like,
God.
"Yeah, but
Yeah, it's
he was like, dude,
One
after,
too many.
after a couple hundred trips, it's just not fun anymore." I was like,
Oh my
that puts
God.
it into perspective.
That's intense.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I need a deeper
what it is.
existential crisis.
That puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the video of the guy that broke up with his girlfriend on the airplane?
Oh my god.
What?
Did you
No.
see that, Spencer?
No, that sounds funny.
Oh, it's on TikTok.
Oh, that sounds funny.
It was like, I can only imagine because of the way this woman reacted that he had to tell her in public or else he was going to be murdered.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Because
I
she
gotta
was
get outta here.
screaming like bloody murder. They were on an airplane. They couldn't go anywhere.
And she's she's like, she's
She is like
Freaking-
literally screaming at the
Alright,
top
we're
of her
gonna,
lungs.
We're
One
gonna look
second.
that up after
One
this.
Yeah, we will look it up here.
what's that?
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, no,
What the fuck?
yeah, no.
And like you know the stewardess people or flight
Ma'am,
attendants are
ma'am,
trying to calm her
ma'am.
down. She won't. It's
no, honestly,
I couldn't imagine being on that flight.
It's
Could you
cra-
imagine?
That'd be funny. I've always wanted to see some shit go down on a
Can I tell you a funny breakup story? Was this girl broke up with me, and then her mom came outside.
Who was it? Can you bleep their name?
Yeah,
Okay.
broke up with me, and her mom came outside, and she says, "I don't know what my daughter doesn't know what she's missing."
She broke up with you?
Yeah. She broke up with me.
Oh.
Right? And she says, I don't know what my daughter's missing. And then I didn't want anything to do with her. So I drove her back one day from play practice, and she was in my car. And she's like, can we get back together? I was like, no, I am interested in someone else. You. You. And I really, like, I think that maybe we should just, like, kind of, like, go our own ways. And she's fucking freaking out in my car.
Was that when we were doing Rent?
Yeah.
Wait, I think I remember you told me that because when we were doing this, when we were doing Rent, the show, we lived out here, but we were driving
That's
all the way to
intense.
Sandwich. So
Yeah.
it was like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you had to
shit.
drive for 45 minutes back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, in a car where she's freaking the fuck out.
Yikes.
Yeah, right? And then I get her all the way to her house, and she was like in my car, she's like crying, and I was like, if I literally said this to her in the time, might be the most autistic thing in the world. I was like, if you ever thought that I was gonna get back together with you before this, you acted like a fucking crazy person. I'm like, what are you doing?
Definitely
No, that's
not
like
now.
Get the
like,
fuck out of my car.
learn the consequences
Yeah.
of your actions, I guess.
Yeah, no.
That shit's crazy. I don't have any crazy.
So
ass
it's definitely
stories,
one of those.
but-
It's definitely one of those situations where I can like, in that situation, that guy made the right decision doing it in public. Maybe next time a McDonald's.
Right.
I mean,
like
not to be rude.
where people can leave
Yeah,
if
not to
they
be
want
rude.
to.
Next time maybe a McDonald's.
Planes
Maybe
are
a
fucking
A
stressful.
shopping mall or something.
Should probably just boiled over on that plane.
That's true. Oh my god, they're probably coming back from some horrible vacation
Yeah,
or something.
he's
Like,
like, I'm gonna
had
kill-
to fucking meet your
I'm
mom
gonna kill
and
myself. Yeah.
she's more horrible than you are.
This is over.
That's a scary thing when you realize that someone's mom is worse than she is, and then you're like, oh, that's what that person will become.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time it always
Exactly.
is. That person will.
It's scary when you see yourself start becoming your mother.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know if it's the same, like, as a man as, like, seeing yourself do shit your father did. But, like, the things that you, like, you know, are like, oh my god, mom, you're so fucking annoying. And then
you start doing it?
Then you start doing it and you're like, oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
shit.
No. One second. Da 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 da.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, so, did you guys? Who was that? What was the last video that you guys saw someone getting killed by the police? Did you see that video of that guy getting killed by?
The
Uh,
Tyree Nichols.
Yeah. Did you watch the video?
No.
Which one was that?
Weren't the cops all black?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. It's like,
I don't
what the
know.
fuck
This
is-
was the most recent one, right?
Yeah.
That's wild.
What happened? I don't know if I really remember.
I don't know. The guy just pretty much got murdered by the police. Is the best way to put it. They were using like.
I didn't watch the video.
I watched the video on Reddit. Stay off of Reddit, I guess, is the best thing to say. But, you know, like, he pretty much got murdered by the police. And this time, right, they fired everyone, right?
And charged a bunch of them, I think.
Well, this is they'll get to what I was about to say. So, at first they fired everyone from this, like, police, like, Cobra, it's called a Cobra unit, which is like a special task force for urban neighborhoods, right?
It had some goofy ass name.
That's what it was, called Cobra.
They always have the goofiest task force names
Yeah.
for like police. Like,
Yeah, they were talking about how they're gonna start disbanding them because of that shit.
Well,
Those are their bad names.
Yeah, exactly.
well, this is what I gotta say. I don't think we can stop police from becoming corrupt. And
No, because I think if you want to become a police officer, there's a part of you that
it's fucked.
has some sort of power issue.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I was saying.
Well, the timer's up.
Mostly what I'm saying is everyone's talking about that they should reaffirm like how they like run police. Which can you give me a White Claw as well, honey? Which I 100% agree on. Well, this is what I think they should do, and maybe this might solve the problem: is start charging these motherfuckers when they do this shit.
Yep.
Honestly,
Yeah.
If there is a strong fucking possibility where you could legitimately go into jail for fucking around at your job like this, then they should. Could you imagine if there was a rash of fucking Chipotle workers that went around fucking killing people? There is no fucking way that anyone would be cool with these fucking Chipotle workers killing people. But for some fucking reason, because you're a fucking cop, you get to fucking murder black people. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me in an honest sense. So maybe, instead of fucking around and saying, oh, they lose their jobs, yes, this and that, charge these motherfuckers with murder when they kill motherfuckers. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
No, like, oh...
Instead of just putting them on administrative leave and
then they get hired by another fucking police department.
Yeah.
That's what these motherfuckers do on some real shit.
For real, though.
Yeah.
That is some very true shit.
Alright, I want you guys to take a minute, and I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. I want you to talk about things that scared you in your childhood, because I have one specific thing. Okay.
Things that scared me as a child.
Yeah, this is one thing that scared me as a child. I have two specifically.
All right.
So the first one is,
first.
do you remember the episode of Magic School Bus where they went to space? Right? And they're out in space. And what's that fucking dickhead with the red hair?
Yeah.
I think his name was Arnold, maybe?
I don't know what his name was, but I know exactly who
Right,
you're talking
and then
about.
he takes off his mask,
His helmet.
helmet, and his face turns to ice.
Oh.
And he's like frozen, and then they bring him back on the Magic School Bus and save him. I remember that so fucking intensely in my head. I was like, if you go out into space, your head will turn to fucking ice if you don't wear your helmet.
It'd be funny if it like exploded like in Total Recall.
Like,
Total Recall style.
The scene that scared me as a child was, I think I was like in kindergarten age or something like that. It's like 5. But in Willy Wonka, is that the one with Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
Talking about Willy Wonka tunnel scene.
Yes, the tunnel scene. It scared the shit out of me so bad. Like, I would watch the movie, but when that scene came on, I would just get up and leave.
Who's fucking...
And then I would come back.
Whose fucking badass trip idea was that? Just like,
yeah,
hey,
that shit freaked me the fuck out.
You know what this like kids movie needs?
Right?
A psychedelic, dark, fucking badass trip sequence.
do you remember that scene in when so they have like all these computers moving, and they're like, he's like, we've used the greatest technology of the period to find the last Wonka bar, and it's like spinning. It's like, and it will tell us the location.
It spits out the piece of paper.
And it spits out a piece of paper, and it's like, I wouldn't tell you if I knew. And I was like, that's so fucking hilarious.
You know what? Actually, on the same topic of that movie, also the fact of being blown up into a giant blueberry, that also scared me.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
My daughter's a blueberry.
It scared the shit out of me. I was like, that looks really painful.
I got a blueberry for a dollar. One of my favorite lines in that movie is Mike TV.
Yeah.
And he's like, bam! He's like, Colt 45. Pop won't let me have a real one yet, will you, Pop? And he goes, not till you're 12, son.
Oh my god.
There was some really good like humor in that.
Yeah, that's definitely, it's very like British humor, because it's like you know, it's not like an out there joke. You know what I mean? It's like subtle
it's very
line.
tongue in cheek and fucking Grandpa Joe though.
What the fuck's up with them
That
laying
little
in bed
bitch.
all
And then
this?
when he gets that fucking ticket, he's up and dancing around.
Yeah, like, wait a
a
minute, you
little-
could move this whole time?
Right? Like, bitch, get out of here. Making him eat whatever that nasty ass soup was.
Yeah, the cabbage soup.
Cabbage soup? Mm-mm.
What is that last line in Willy Wonka? He's like, what do you,
it's the best.
he's like, what do you give a boy that has everything? What do you say? Oh, well, I can't think of it now.
When he's like, it's a dark, or a bright deed in a dark world, or whatever the fuck he says. What is it?
No,
I'm
don't
messing it
know.
up too.
I don't know.
Well,
What it is
one
at
second,
all.
we'll insert it at the very end. What do you? I think it's like.
said good day.
I think it's like, what do you give the boy? What do you say to the boy that has given everything all in one day? He says, "You deserve it, Charlie." I think that's the last line or something like that.
Oh, Gene Wilder.
Yeah, Gene Wilder's so good. Gene Wilder has so many good movies. Watch that movie where he pretends to be blind. I'll insert it with
What
Richard
movie is
Pryor.
that?
He's blind
Oh,
in Richard
Blazing
Pryor's
Saddles?
death.
Oh no.
Watch Blazing
Not
Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Watch
was a good one.
fucking what's
Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein. Get on some Gene Wilder shit. He plays such a good like innocent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's such a good foil. Like most of the time, like people that are the straight man aren't funny.
Yeah.
But he's a hilarious straight man.
That's true.
He's able to bring subtlety to the straight man, where you're almost like unsure of what his, it's like, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. Is there any infomercials that you specifically wanted? Because there's two that I really wanted. One was
what was that ball?
Oh, Fushigi.
Fushigi ball.
Fushagi ball. I think, is it Fushiga?
What the fuck is this?
The Fushigi
Fushigi
ball.
Amazing.
It was like
Dragon
this
Ball
ball that, I don't know, it made it look like it was magic. It like went around all over you.
Yo, how did I never see this?
I really wanted that cake pan that was like a dome, and then you could put stuff inside of the dome. You know what I'm talking about? So you could have
Yeah.
It was like a
you
cake.
could have in like ice cream or something inside
Yeah.
of it. I also wanted like any of those art supplies that they would market, like the blow pens.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Like-
god. Yeah.
Or have you seen and this one's more of like a vintage viral video as opposed to like in our product or like an infomercial from when we were younger. But it's like that lady with the sponges.
Oh, it's like
and she
it's
goes, "Wow! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!"
I want you to look at all of those wiggles. Oh my gosh, wiggles. Oh my gosh. I love to wiggle the whole thing.
She
so
sounds like she's
exciting.
scooming.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Do you know what else I wanted? I really wanted zoo plates.
Zoo pals.
Zoo pal. It's like the plates with
Zoo pals make eating fun.
Yeah, I wanted one of those as well, but we didn't have them.
No, that
I
shit
don't know
was
what that is.
expensive. They were basically just paper plates that looked like animals.
Dinosaurs.
Did you guys?
No, any animal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they had the eyes are always the thing. Did you guys see any of the Donald Trump general office or attorney's general deposition?
What?
Okay, so Donald Trump got interviewed or questioned by the attorneys generals of New York, and the attorney general was like, asked a bunch of questions, and then one of the questions was like, what did you do to prepare for your deposition today? And Donald Trump responds like, not very much. I didn't do anything.
I'm
right?
sure. Yeah,
and
that
literally,
sounds about right.
and literally, his attorney was like, read the thing.
So, Mr. Trump, what did you do to prepare for today's examination?
You can read your sentence.
Very little.
Read your statement.
If you'd like, I could read the statement, but very little.
Well,
Excuse me?
Read the statement.
can we go?
Yes, he would like
I will now use my moment to go off the record.
Read the thing I wrote. Read the thing, and it's literally, it's him in the background. He's like, read the thing I wrote, and it made me feel so much better because you know that if they have anything to pin on Donald Trump, he is so fucking stupid that
He
will,
just will not.
he'll catch the charge.
Yeah.
Here's
Like,
no.
the best lawyers could not get him to
Like, God damn it.
comply with
That's what
whatever
I was
the fuck
saying.
he
Like,
needs
I was
to
like,
do.
this is probably a multi-million-dollar lawyer who's just like,
No.
read the thing I wrote. It's just him in the background. He's like, 1 second. He's like, can we call recess? He's like, just him like, read the thing that I wrote.
It's like all you gotta do
Yeah,
is read this.
It's right there,
Yeah.
right in
You
front of
read
you.
this and we win. He's like,
Actually,
Very
I,
little. Very little. I've done very little to
I-
prepare for this. Very little. He
However-
said that like 5 times in a row, and I was like, wow.
it's like I don't give a fuck. Actually, I fucked your mother right. before.
Actually,
I'm about to go golfing tomorrow. So.
literally, he's like, they list off the thing that he was like charged with, and he's like, I don't understand. And then that was like,
That was probably his lawyer's face too.
yeah, and he was like, oh, you know that he like wrote responses for all of this thing, and he's like, don't fucking fuck this part up because this is actually the thing that you could be charged with.
Oh,
It was so funny.
America.
I'll insert some parts because I saved it. It was so funny.
America.
America.
Quick side note. I gotta give a shout out to Andy because he said I hit up Andy in Hong Kong the other day.
Oh, shit.
He said, "What's up? Happy New Year.
Oh.
And he goes, I seen you on the podcast.
Oh, shit.
It's like, hell
What
All
up,
the way
Andy from Hong Kong?
So we
All the way from HK.
got a viewer in HK.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man. Yo, Andy. A free Hong Kong forever and always. Fuck China on some real shit, dog.
Fuck Beijing.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny if you were like, it was like people like we should get like gang members to be like, all blood members are like, yo, on some real shit, yo, fuck China on some real shit,
Yeah.
Hong Kong forever. Oh, speaking of China, I saw a video on TikTok where there's Chinese children making TikToks from a Chinese Foxconn factory.
What is that?
Foxconn is like the people that make phones. They also make phone protectors.
Okay, okay.
And it really bummed me out. But I saw a video of them doing pranks on the like floor leader of Foxconn factory, and I was like, you can never be kids. You can put them
That's
literally
amazing.
into like indentured slavitude and
slavery and
servitude
shit, but they're still
at
gonna
14, and they were just fucking with their Foxconn factory leader.
They're
And
still gonna fuck with shit.
And I was like, oh man, will lead to some Dennis the Menace version cartoon in China
God.
that only has to deal with being a slave to a Foxconn factory.
Apple.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, and then speaking of that, I saw a person also on. I've been going on, like TikTok looking at shit, and I saw a person using a 3D printer with a pen instead of like a thing, with a scan of his writing, right? Mm-hmm. So like he scanned all of his writing, and then he has Chat GDP reproducing using his handwriting all of his homework. So like
it's literally handwriting.
It's like his handwriting it on Chat GDP using a 3D printer to write his thing.
Education, clap back at that. Why am I even going to school?
Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder.
And I was like, but the thing is, I was like, if you can do that at whatever age you are, think that's smart enough to do, right? Then you deserve to not fucking do that.
If you know how to do
Right,
that.
If you can do it, then
honestly.
I wouldn't know how to fucking set that shit up.
Man, I wish that I was smart enough to be able to actually make that thing write my thesis, but
yeah,
make the fucking cricket do your homework.
Right.
This is the last thing that I have written in my notes for Power Hour, and this has been sitting here for so long.
Clear another one out, baby.
Clear another one out. So Taco Bell is the most libertarian fast food of all the breakfast options. Breakfast only.
Breakfast.
Okay. So sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. And truly in the same way the libertarianism is. Sometimes the ideas are really good, but sometimes collectively it's horrible. Like maybe that there should be a minimum age that you should have sex with children. Libertarians believe that you should have sex with children at any age. McDonald's is the ultra conservative.
I was gonna say now, what other
McDonald's
establishments?
McDonald's is the ultra conservative in the sense that if you
but
order,
it's so good though.
This is what I'm saying. It's neither good nor bad because it's good in the moment. It's instant pleasure.
It is instant pleasure.
But it's like good bad.
It's like insane.
Good bad. So this is what I'm saying when it comes to McDonald's. It's the same thing. You will never get anything
it's consistent.
You'll never get anything different. Mm-hmm. And that's the ideal of conservatism. Right? But also
nothing ever changes.
But you eat McDonald's fucking breakfast every single fucking day of the week, you'll be 300 fucking pounds by the end of the month, and I promise you, because you should not consistently consume conservatism ideal. In the sense that even balancing up like liberal ideas and conservative idea, which is libertarianism, sometimes is bad because eventually you want to fuck kids. So I'm saying, don't be a trick.
And you're gonna get diarrhea from eating Taco Bell.
That's what I'm saying.
Too often.
Don't be a trick to the system.
It's a good hungover breakfast. Actually, we just recently got Taco Bell breakfast, and it was the first time that I had gotten it in a long time, like years since it first came out, and I was like, you know what? This isn't that bad.
That's intense.
But sometimes...
Have you had Taco Bell breakfast?
No, I don't think so.
You try it out. It's not that bad.
Hit it out.
It's not bad.
I'm conservative.
You're
Oh my
McDonald's
God.
I
all the
need
way?
a bagel sandwich.
No, McDonald's.
I've been going to
McDonald's breakfast is the OG. Now,
been
what is the
bougie.
what is the straight liberal breakfast
I've been
place?
bougie.
Do you know what
lately,
it is?
going to
Starbucks.
No.
What?
Bagel place, bagel shop.
It's fucking Dunkin' Donuts because sometimes
Sometimes
let's-
it's shit.
most of the time
It's
Yeah.
cheap, but sometimes it's shit.
That's
most of the times
inconsistent.
most of the times you're going to McDonald's for the coffee, and the coffee itself is good and bad, right? Most
Dunkin'
of
Donuts?
Dunkin'
you're talking?
Donuts, yeah. Most of the time that you get food from Dunkin' Donuts, it's going to be kind of bad, but that's not what you're going there for.
Right.
In the
That
same
is
way
true.
that you don't become a liberal because you think that like liberal ideology will lead to massive
Things
growth.
Changing.
Their
Yeah.
coffee's gross.
You just want things to,
To be better.
Better. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
This makes sense.
Yeah.
It does?
It does make sense. So choose your path. Choose your McDonald's.
Are
Yeah.
you Dunkin', McDonald's, or crazy ass Taco Bell?
Taco.
breakfast?
I'm a Taco Bell.
Where does Starbucks fall into that? Because now you're bringing coffee
No.
shops into that.
Okay. So
'Cause
They're like
I
green,
think
the Green
Starbucks-
Party or something.
yeah.
Yeah, or they're like the performative liberal, that's
That-
like, they're the rich kids that, like...
Oh, definitely. They went to like they went to a private school.
They went to a
and
private-
a nice college, and they're like, but actually, I really support Obama.
I went on a mission trip to Haiti, paid for by my parents.
Speaking of Haiti, let's do one last thing. Did you know that island of Haiti was liberated by the slaves of the people that would have been shipped to the United States from Haiti, and then they became the first independent island to free themselves from slavers by cutting motherfuckers up with fucking what's it called? Machetes. Dude, let's make that movie. That sounds so
What
fucking...
year did that happen?
The
know?
1800s.
1800s.
So, like, not that long ago.
No.
It was in Napoleon times.
Yeah.
Because Napoleon had too much going on.
That would be good.
to worry about it.
Let you guys handle that. You got it.
I mean, it
Some
would
shit's
have probably been near the fall of Napoleon.
Yeah, he was like, I'm trying to conquer like 10 other countries. Fuck.
It is any person that tries to like overstep their boundaries does kind of get fucked. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, it makes
You
you.
overstepped, all right.
We do it on the DL. We do like secret
Oh,
overstep our boundaries. We'll like
we overstep all day.
no, but we do.
Secret
We're
DL.
the better things we do are on the down low overstepping. We're like we'll kill a president and we'll just see what happens. I don't know. Maybe it will go to America. Maybe it won't.
Did you guys hear they just found a Chinese balloon floating over like Utah the other day?
A balloon?
They were
Like,
like-
what
It was a
kind of
surveillance
balloon?
They were like,
Surveillance?
they were like, no,
It's not just like a happy birthday
They
balloon.
were like, it was a weather balloon.
Hmm.
Nah.
No, it was a surveillance balloon.
Maybe they were saying happy birthday.
Yeah, it was like total happy birthday.
Congratulations,
Chuck E. Cheese.
balloon.
They're probably just looking for our silos, our missile, like our nuke silos, if I had to guess. Just to make sure we're not making new shit. We do that shit too. We do that like...
Perusing the desert.
Yeah, we just literally, we do it over and over again for them too. But we just have better satellites. We don't have to send fucking balloons. We have coordinated...
Right.
what's
We
it
got
called?
Fucking Google
UFOs.
Maps.
Yeah,
bitch.
maps. And, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
We insert our fucking crazy shit as like humanitarianism, and then we like map their whole area and then do battle plans on them in case they fuck us over.
In the name of freedom.
In the name of freedom. All right, last power. This is a Power Hour. This is episode 20.
22nd season? Oh, 22.
22.
Holy shit, we're already in like another...
No, 21 or 22. Well, this is definitely into the next season.